Looking at the pages in front of you, you might be wondering, what is this thing and why is it so creepy looking? Well, it's called a lamb cake, and it's actually the topic of the family tradition that I'll be telling you about today. So first I'll be going more into depth about what actually is a lamb cake. Then I'll talk about how this family tradition got started in my family so many years ago, and what it's come to mean to us all that we continue it even today. So what actually is a lamb cake? Well, it's just an ordinary cake baked into the shape of a lamb. That's it, it's not made of lamb meat or anything like that. We have a cast iron mold in the shape of a lamb that we pour the batter into, and when it comes out of the oven, it is in the shape of a perfect little lamb with eyes, ears, and even a tail. We then add vanilla frosting and coconut shavings on top to make it look more like three-dimensional wool. We use jelly beans for its eyes and a little piece of chocolate to give it a black nose. My family has that process down to a science because, while we've been making lamb cakes for a really long time. About 10 years ago, my grandmother came to visit us for Easter, and she brought the lamb cake mold with her. And we've used it almost every year since. But my grandmother wasn't the original owner of the lamb cake mold. That was actually her grandmother, my great-great-grandmother, who purchased the mold in around 1918. So even though my immediate family has only had the lamb cake mold for about 10 years, it's actually been part of my family's history for the last 100 years. Over the last century or so, the meaning of the lamb cake in my family has changed a lot, and it's become more and more important to us as time has gone on. At first, it was a symbol of religion, but now, more recently, it has become a symbol of past generations and all of the people who have celebrated Easter together and enjoyed baking the lamb cake. My mom and I both have childhood memories of baking lamb cakes with our grandmothers, and I know that these memories are so precious to me and my mother both, especially because neither of our grandmothers are with us any longer. So, in summation, whenever we eat the lamb cake, it's a way to still have a connection to the people that we have lost, like my grandmother. Because of all of the history and memories that the lamb cake holds for our family, I know that we will continue to bake it for many years to come, even if it does turn out slightly creepy looking each year, and even if the mold isn't up to the current health standards. Thank you very much.